thrown at them. The bricks of ethnic division, the bricks of ethnic division that is thrown at them, they are using them to build the Eastern Nigeria's courage in every one of you that felt like, why did they hate the Igbos this much? The Igbos don't need anybody's pity party. Do you understand? What the Igbos need is self-awakening. Just like every one of us, even who are all of us who are not Igbos, self-awakening. Now that I have acknowledged that there are potentials there, there are actually chances and opportunities that you know is there, you knew it, but you thought they were probably lost because you have been told that Eastern Nigeria is this or Eastern Nigeria is that. So I want to bring back that light into your eyes as an Igbo man or woman. The moment of self-awakening is here. And those of you who have the capacity, instead of seeing despair, see opportunities. As they are seeing shege, you are seeing opportunities. Trust me, you will not miss it if you can see it. I wish I'm Igbo and I have money. I wish I'm one of those who have so much money right now. I'll look to the east. I think there is also a biblical thing about the east as well. They said, let us look towards the east. There is a light shining from the east. Who are those who want that light dead? Who doesn't want to benefit from that? Of course not me. But if Nigeria will continue, we want to keep dimming the lights, it is now up to you. The Easterners, the Igbos, Biafransi, to never let that happen. Because it's in your hands. And I can see those who are already doing it. I don't want to sit down here in another maybe 4 or 5 years. And here we have some lunatics, some idiots telling the Igbos to go back to where they come from. I'll be more than happy to go back there. I'm speaking to you, right? I'm talking to you. I hope that makes any kind of impression on you for those of you who have the capacity. Do not let them say, those miserable people that the politicians have sort of, mortgaged their own lives and existence. People who have no of any value of anything. Do not let them remind you again, because those are the only people that can be jealous of any success that Igbos have. Genuine Yoruba, Somoluabis, people who work for their money, and some of you know them. Some of you can recommend them. You can actually you can't deny them. These lunatics, these jobless, miseducated, uneducated, unemployed, unemployable miscreants that Tifnubu and co are creating in Yoruba land will never speak for us. How are we going to deal with them? You leave that to us. But do not let that light die. That would be my own advice. Let somebody shout hallelujah. Adeboye the other day provoked our anger and rage, but we all know that Adeboye is a liar. An old man that lies in the name of God, very useless man. A lot of people try to speak me, to kind of talk to me in their usual Nigerian way. I want to believe that some of you probably joined Mayegun's Diary Political recently, and then you suddenly felt offended that Mayegun could say that about Adeboye, and then your men of dogs that you call God, okay? So I have no apology to you. I still saw some idiots sending me messages trying to explain some things to me about religion, about all of that Adeboye sat on a stool that is a royal stool. Like, it is not just a stool. Come on, respect it. but he disrespected it and he started lying about it. Redeemed Church lied. They put up a disclaimer. No. That's it. It was the king that said they should sit, and it was a new seat. It's a new royal stool. Sorry, no, it's not a royal stool. They just carved it for him for that occasion. They started lying. Another one said, Mayegun, I didn't know that this is how you kind of talk. If not, I will not be on this your program. You need to respect the men of God. Say, in case if you think probably the other day was like enough. I'm saying this to those of you who are new, okay? She'll get to see. So it's better you just don't provoke me. Just let me say my mind about the Olori Bruku Adeboye and the Olori Brukus who are defending him in Iris RCCG. You cannot use your sky daddy to scare me. It doesn't work on me. Do you understand? Every other nonsense fear they put in your fucking head, okay? They don't work on me. So when I speak about this Olori Brukus, I say it exactly as I see it. So leave me and your sky daddy to come and do his work, okay? So this is what really happened.
Shout hallelujah! Hallelujah! Shout it loud, hallelujah! Praise the Lord! Our daddy is here live. Let somebody shout hallelujah! The hour we have been waiting for has come. I want you to be ready. Let your faith be at work this afternoon. So that when our daddy begins to speak, your faith.
Close your eyes. So some of you who don't know that you are also Christian jihadisti following Adeboye. Some of you Olori Burúkú, you know. But to you, because your own Olori Burúkú is associated with Christianity, Abi, it is not that bad. At least, even though I don't support Baba sitting on the throne, but what happened is that at least it's for the name of God. Oh, ni kure ati God wenye. Chongbo. Another one came. Mayegun, that's another person advising me. Somebody will be saying, supposed, I don't know if it's the person is a human being, Abi. You watched my video where I said, traditional stool is traditional. The moment you begin to bring your Jesus, Abi your Allah, into it, you are already desecrating that stool and what it stands for. That is insult enough. But for you to now turn around and say because you know one Jesus, Abi one Muhammad you know, and you begin to tell me to explain to me a Yoruba man, you are explaining to me, a Yoruba traditional man, that your Jesus is bigger than my tradition. Your Allah is bigger than my tradition. You are saying that to me. And you don't see it as an insult. You did not see that as a complete insult for you to look at me and say because you believe in your Jesus or you believe in your Allah, And then you look at me, a Yoruba man, who believes in his tradition and everything it stands for. I am not saying my tradition is bigger than your Jesus. I didn't say my tradition is bigger than your Muhammad. I said my tradition is my tradition. Your Muhammad is not bigger than it. Your Jesus is not bigger than it. Then, but because you believe in that, you look at me straight to my face, and you said, I don't know what I am talking about. And you didn't see that as an insult? Disrespectful? You are advising me, explaining to me that your Jesus is powerful. Do you see where this is coming from, right? Or going to? Now close your eyes. Close your eyes. Just think it for a minute that the person that sat on that chair, that the royal father, a Yoruba king, stood up from that stool, right? A traditional stool, right? So that person that sat on it, Adeboye, change it to somebody wearing bedsheet on his head. A Fulani terrorist with the bedsheet on his head. That is speaking a language you don't understand. Arabic or any other language that you don't understand. That is the person sat on that chair. Would you be enraged? Would you feel comfortable like that? You, Mami, RCCG, Igbakeji Eledumare, second in command there to the God of heaven. Abi you, Attorney General of Hellfire or heaven, the keeper of the registrar of those who are going to heaven and hell. Close your eyes and think that, would you still be comfortable if the person that sat on that chair is somebody who is wearing a bedsheet on his head, maybe carrying his gun on his side, and the Yoruba king is standing next to him? Or do you think that is not happening as well? Have you been to Iwo, where Rashidi, supposedly Oba Iwo, one of the sons of Oduduwa, Oba Iwo, said he's an emir. Yoruba tradition should go to hell. Yoruba should stop worshiping idols. Yoruba should not. But the people who are telling us to stop worshiping idols, they will go to Kaaba, round the rock, Abi, put their head down, shave their head, stone an imaginary shaitan. You insulting us, and some of you don't even see it as an insult. You have become so used to it. Because at least I have seen Jesus, I have seen light. Who said you shouldn't see your light? Nobody is against your light. Nobody is against your this. But when you now look down on the real tradition and believe that people who actually practices them, they are lower than you. Problem here now. So your royal fathers, they will become kings through the traditional means. Then they will find God. They will find Jesus. They will now desecrate that stool. And you feel like it's going to continue like that. I don't think so. And that is why we will never stop showcasing that. And we'll keep reminding you, let your God and your belief stay with you. It's not bigger than anybody's God. Your God, your Jesus, your Muhammad, your Allah, every belief that you have is a faith. It's not bigger than any of the Yoruba tradition. And if you look at me next time, and you say that, I hope you'll be able to say it to my face and tell me that your Jesus is bigger than my tradition. Your Allah is bigger than my tradition. And therefore, they can just treat it anyhow, because to you, the real Yoruba in me, is nothing to whatever your faith and every other thing says. I hope you'll be able to say it to my face, and I hope that you'll be able to say it to the face of the generation that will know this whole truth, and they will no longer listen to your bullshit and nonsense and your fear too. Trust me. And that's why you have the diary. Mayegun's diary political. I just stop and there and let me take calls tonight. So, but I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea. Do me one thing, like the broadcast if you haven't already. You can still share it as well if you haven't as well. And subscribe to my channel. So when I get back, I will take calls. And that may be yours. The number is on the screen, by the way. I'll be back. Yes, I have a caller that I've actually left on the line there for like a minute or two. Are you still there?
I'm here, my year, Baba.
Hey, Babo, how are you, sir?
I'm good, and you? How are you?
I am
Brother,
very
I'm
well,
too sure. How you doing?
About just
Good evening, Baba. How are you? How is our big madam and the small young lady and the Baba himself? How is everyone?
everyone
Merry
is fine.
Christmas.
Oh, thank you very much, Romole.
Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank God,
Yeah.
at least.
Ọdún Ìjọlá máa ṣe o. I got grace. Ojú wa máa rọ́dún tuntun. Àní báráyé fọwọ́ tì í. Gbogbo ariwo tá à ń pa, all the noise, all the stress, all the wahala, we are putting all the effort every day. By the special grace of God, they will not go in vain.
Amen.
I so much believe that because I know Nigeria is a time bomb. I've been saying that for years. You understand me about it? So just take just one spark of matches one day. That is all. Just one spark of matches. Nigeria will explode one day. Because to me, I believe in God, I believe in prayer, but the problem of Nigeria is not about prayer, it's not about God this, God that anymore. No. That country has go beyond that, brother. Like I was trying to call back, I think I was trying to call in on you about 2 days ago to support what one man just said about the passport problem. But I tried to call in, I didn't get through. You know, a lot of people was trying to call in too. You can just imagine. I have a very close friend, business partner, he lives in Chelmsford, very close to me. He has Italian documents. He moved down here to my area here about 6 years ago because of his wife. You know, they are looking for the fruit of the womb. He married a British Ghanaian lady, very nice lady. They are family friends. To cut the long story short, you won't believe it. This guy has spent £550 just to renew his Nigerian passport. Last year, I paid someone £200. I've paid £115 online to renew my daughter's Nigerian passport. And somebody said, there's someone they know in Nigeria, they give me his contact. Are you with me, Baba?
I'm with you.
That with £200, you will get, just to get appointment to go there for the capturing. That is all. I paid the £200. The guy said, I shouldn't worry that within a week, he will get back to me. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And I went to that, my friend. He sell African shop, very nice guy to me. I said, well, I like, say me, I be street boy. Ẹnìkan lè máa gbé ẹnìkan mọ́ra. This guy don't collect £200 in 3 weeks now. This guy never get appointment for my daughter. What did happen? Now the guy call up. When the guy say 1 month don't pass, the guy just scoop me again. Make I no worry. Stlye Baba is working in Nigerian house. I later knew like 2 people that knew him. They say that is his job. He's in Nigeria. You're a bagger. He works in Nigerian house. That is his job. To get people appointments. Just to come and scan.
So
but they say there is a lot of
to get people appointments and
yeah, £200. Yeah, each person. So later, he later
Nigeria now
opened
here
up
in
to
the
me.
UK.
He said, in the UK, in London. Later, the guy later called me after 6 weeks. That is 1 month and 2 weeks. That I should send my account number. That because of that person that introduced me to him, you understand me?
Yeah.
He needs to pay me back my £200. That he can never offend that person, that my friend. That a lot of people they need to wait till you get the appointment. The guy said
Instead
he
of
has
paying bribe
more than 100 people. Yeah,
in this UK.
the guy said he has more than 100 people
I said in this UK.
that
Baba.
paid him. Yeah, in this UK, just to renew your Nigerian passport, where you said you come from, you are born, your own Nigerian passport, and you are paid. See, Baba, I paid £115 online,
The
for
official
for
charges.
the official. Yeah, I've done that for my daughter. You know what later happened? After the guy returned my £200, I showed my daughter, see, my missus now advised me that, okay, my daughter should check online, search for their number, and start calling them. She called, they didn't respond. She now searched for their email address. She started mailing them. Then she was 19. She started mailing them. She started disturbing them. My God, the day they gave my daughter's appointment was they sent her an email on Thursday to come on Friday. You understand me?
The following day.
They went there on Friday. On Monday, my God, they posted that same passport to my house. I'm the one that received it. She was not at home.
Okay. So they gave her
So
new
what
passport.
is
Yeah.
all the delay? I'm telling you, Nigerian passport just to renew. So what is the delay about that started giving someone £200 for like 6 weeks? I can't get it. She keep disturbing them,
I know.
as a young girl.
Something
You
that
understand me?
if she needs a
Telling
British
them,
passport, all she has to do is just get on the line and give them pay once you pay the money, then the next thing is going to be sending your own passport
and she was
photograph
going
over.
on a trip. The purpose of
She
that to
needed.
renew that passport, she was going on a trip to Spain with her friends. So she started disturbing them that she has already booked appointment with Spanish embassy to get a Schengen visa, a Spanish visa. That is when they respond.
Irumale. Thank you, Baba. Let me
So
go on and
see,
get
Baba,
others too. Okay. Thank you very much, Baba.
I don't know. So
No.
well,
So
we will keep disturbing them. That is the only thing I can say.
no, we won't stop talking. That would be the real thing. Everybody has a story. and sometimes some stories seems to be far kind of reaching than the other. The experience is the same. For me, Nigeria just have a way of frustrating you. It's like it's just a weapon fashioned against you. You get that? Like they just couldn't get anything right. And then you begin to ask yourself, like, is that even deliberate? Why is simple? Why are simple things becoming so difficult to implement? But the thing is, it is a Nigerian thing. It is deliberate, even though it should never be acceptable, right? Like when people say it's a Nigerian thing, it's just what it is and all of that. Then you begin to be like, but that is not acceptable in any way. Here we go. Hello there.
Hello.
Hey, Sir Akinola Elder. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas. So it's been a while. How are you?
Merry Christmas. Sorry, I've been traveling here and there, but I'm fully back now.
Happy holiday. So you are part of us set tonight again. So let's go for it. You didn't show up at our People's Parliament last night. It was interesting anyway.
Yeah, I would have loved. Hopefully, one of these days, I can also become an active participant of that to actually be able to express my mind in essence. And thank you for the reality of what you're giving to Nigerians so that they see where we are. And just of recent, you gave us the video of when Kanu was arrested.
That's right.
How our Anthony General was speaking in Hausa to Nigerians, right, as if we all are Hausa. This is what they believe in their head, that when British handed over this colony, he handed it over to them. So we are now Fulani Hausa colony as it stands today. So and that is what could give a whole Anthony General to start to address this issue the way he did at the time. So I look at a lot of the topic that was raised today, and my view about this is that the major source of some of this problem is how we are trying to force ourselves together to be a country. Even that at least we can have regional government, because when you look at the issue about this tribalism, you know me well that I support Omoyele. There are people that are actually attacked me at the time that I was doing that because Omoyele is Yoruba man. Some of them didn't know that Omoyele is an Ijaw man actually. So, and this issue, the concept that we continue to elude a lot of people, when you go far back into the history of our country. The other day I was listening to how Akintola was attacking Igbo. Akintola, the former prime minister of the Western region.
Akintola, of course. In essence. Akintola, I remember.
Yeah. So it's more or less what happened in the last election is deja vu. We have seen it before.
We have seen it before.
So this game, we have seen it before. And it's not going to stop now. It's the next election is still going to be replayed.
That's right.
And the concept that we keep forcing ourselves to be a country. And, there was that slim of hope when Nigeria actually started very well initially, when the whole Western Nigeria voted for Zik to be the leader, the president of Nigeria at the time, even against our law, in essence. But those days are now gone. We are not a country. I must admit that. There were a lot of Igbos that were attacked unnecessarily for not. I invited people to talk on policy of all these people that were contesting. Mm-hmm. For me, I didn't support Obi, and that was clear. Mm-hmm. And some people were not happy about that. I didn't believe in any whole politician in Nigeria. They've led us this far, and this far has not helped anyone. So, and I don't believe we should recycle anybody. Either you've been governor before, you've been anything before. Let them. The youth should stand up and flush them away in toilet, and so that we can begin to rebuild our life back. And this was one of my supports. That is one of the reasons why I supported
Omoyele.
Yeah, Omoyele Sowore. So in essence, look, Thank you for showing what is going on right now in the country. We see a lot of the attack that happened in the Plateau and all these places. And Tinubu's government believe they cannot do anything about it. They're not going to do anything about it.
No.
They are using this to Islamize Nigeria in essence, and they believe they are going to force the Middle Belt to accept the core north to be something. So basically, everybody should understand. It is not now to relax. If you're from the Western region and believe you have Tinubu there, Tinubu there, who is going to represent, he is not representing you. The Fulani put him in place, and is going to is going to be dancing to their tone. So basically, please going back to the drawing board. And if you are the one that has been asking for Biafra, don't stop.
Yes.
It's not a southern government yet.
No.
It is a bunch of fake people that have been in the government for very long now. They are the people recycling themselves.
That's right.
I don't know if you heard of reason that El Rufai has started to move around.
Yes.
He has been given a chieftaincy in Ogun State.
Ijebu,
So
Awujale made him Bobaniyi.
Bobaniyi has been to IBB to consult.
It's been to Obasanjo's place as well. Is consulting, and we are hearing things.
They have considered. They said they have considered 8 years for Tinubu, and after then it's going to be stopped. So where is the hope? And you think there is hope for that country?
No.
When we are going to recycle this another man and hand over to a person like El Rufai, please. No, there's no bullshit here. Don't let anybody deceive you that there can be hope in the country.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for this. Go on, sir. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So sorry, I know my time is nearly off.
That is me saying round it up. When I call name at the end of the stuff, I want to take another call. So yeah. But I will say thank you once again.
Continue to help us.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, everyone. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Same to you as well. Send me well to the family, sir. All right? Take it easy.
Thank you. Bye.
Sir, so the Jukuns, the TVs, they have the history of conquering and defeating the Fulanis. Historically, they stopped Uthman Danfodio many times. He never forgave them. And that's why today, Fulani will tell you, we don't forgive. But they are cowards. They can't fight. They come in the middle of the night. But this time around, in this generation, Nigerian government is disarming the people from fighting back. That is the crux of the matter. Yima Gudu, a TV brother of mine, is on the line. How are you?
Good evening, Marigo.
Yima.
Merry Christmas to you and the family.
Merry Christmas, Baba. How are you today?
I'm good, Marigo. I'm good. I decided to stay my backside in the comment section, but today I say make I come out to talk because something happened yesterday that made it sweet my belly, Baba.
What is that?
Your last parliamentarian.
Sekou.
Who talked yesterday? Sekou. Now, Sekou, if you're hearing this, Nage Shaker, thank you very much for that expose. What Sekou said yesterday there was 1,000% correct. Anybody who has lived in the Middle Belt knows that is exactly what is going on. So for that governor to sit down in Plateau and tell me, be giving us bogus English, what salad, to make our mind calm down, you are deceiving yourself. We know what is happening. Even the child on the road, was it the sister from Southern Kaduna who said that even kids are carrying sticks, are holding sticks for their own security in their own land?
Yes, sir.
Kids.
Sila.
So,
said that.
So who are you coming to come and sit down on? Is it NTA or whatever? What news channel you're telling us bogus nonsense? You know who is doing this. You don't want to go after those people. Your people are dying like flies. They did the bombing in Kaduna, right? Mistake bombing by military in Southern Kaduna. That's where it starts. They've gone to Plateau now, Abi. They've started tearing Plateau down. It will shift down to Nasarawa. From Nasarawa, it will go to Benue. From Benue, it will go to Taraba. It will enter. That's how they will continue go.
Part of Kogi, and it will begin to trickle down like that, and like that.
That is exactly how it happens. Are people blind? Can't you see? Can't you see? This is a pattern. And you're wiping you guys all out. And what that brother said yesterday, I had to go back and watch it twice. to see if I could pick anything out that he said that wasn't right. My guy, he was 100% right. I'm from the Middle Belt. I'm from Benue State. I grew up in the north, just like he did. I only grew up in Kaduna. My father was the first person to set up anybody who knows Daura Road, now one third road, be passed through Katsina State, their capital. The first printing press there. Now my old man, I do am now. So I go all those places. I know all those people. Very simple people, especially those people from Southern Kaduna. They don't like trouble. Once they farm, they have their stuff, they go about their business, they don't look for trouble. So if you ask me that question that you asked me yesterday, where you see Nigeria, Baba, they scatter, they go. 2024, the year of the Shege-19. You see all this one that's happening now, that people are lining up like Marjorie's at Tinubu's house. Yeah. You will line up everywhere. Don't forget that you don't have a health system that works. God forbid, and I pray God forbid, and God knows my heart of heart that I don't want this to happen to Nigeria. If you have any epidemic or plague or outbreak or pandemic, and you have 10,000 people in any city in Nigeria that are supposed to be in hospital, that are dying, that are supposed to be in hospital, you are gone. You don't have the health facilities. There are no chemical, there are no what they call it, medical medicine producing plants in your country. You don't have the people, the nurses, the doctors. They are all running away from your country. So I pray you people don't have that problem down the future.
You know what you just mentioned now, Yima, right? I picked something that they said. Listen to this. They said out of 40,523 registered laboratories, like lab scientists, laboratories in Nigeria, they said only 15,558 renewed their licenses for 2024 out of 40,500. Now, what does that mean? 30,000 registered laboratories have either folded up or they can no longer afford the renewal license, talk less of even practicing. 200 million people. Who is going to serve all the test labs and all of that for these people? Healthcare is gone. Baba, people are still they have a clue. Yima.
I pray to God that you if you're listening to me, and whoever listens to this, I pray to God that you don't have to carry your child outside and shout for help when your child is dying in your arms. Amen. In that country at some point. I pray it doesn't happen to you. Thank you very much, Marigo. Continue the good work. Merry Christmas, Baba.
Merry Christmas, Baba. Send me well to the women. Omo, did you hear that? Sorry, my caller. 1 second. Are you watching me from Nigeria? I want you to take a breath. The body that registers and certifies lab operations in laboratories like that, test labs, they just made an announcement that the yearly renewal that they expected for the over 40,500 laboratories in Nigeria, 30,000 of them, 30,000, not 30,000, did not renew their licenses this year. Hey, that means 60% of those who are going to carry out all your tests, who are going to check if whenever you are unwell and all of that, they are disappearing, just like the real doctors. Medical practitioners are disappearing from Nigeria. And they say hope is here. And you believe them. They say even with your money, Nigeria will punish you to the point that, man, are you there, my caller?
Yeah, I'm listening to you as you are talking.
God I don't bless know what you, to let you finish. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Samayego. Yeah, so good to get to today.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just a simple thing I wanted to ask. If you look at these killings that go on in Jos, in Christmas Eve, and the one that go on in Castina, the way Fulani are killing people just because they are celebrating Christmas. That means they don't believe in Christianity and they don't want Christianity in Nigeria.
That's right.
That's why they are killing those people. And where these people, the government, the military people, know their camps. They know where they are. We have seen them giving them money, go to their camps. And if you look at the APOB in the Kano, These people have not done nothing,
No.
and they are hurting them, killing them like flies everywhere. But when we have the real killers, they don't do them nothing.
Baba,
I
they
don't
have
know. I don't know
ungoverned
what.
area. Governor Tokam. Governor said there are some ungoverned area in his own state. Baba, there are ungoverned area in Nigeria. That is an indirect way of saying places that Fulanis have taken over, harmed Fulani terrorists have taken over. Nigeria government did not bother to even protect the Nigerians living there anymore. They call the places ungoverned area. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that means we have a country in a country. Jesus. It's so disheartening. I can't believe it. This now the canon do nothing.
He did nothing.
Kidnap him and put him there. You kidnap him and put him there, he's still suffering there. These are people you're supposed to go after. You just leave them alone, and that the life of people doesn't matter anymore.
Hi.
So ashamed. I can't believe it. I can't believe that. You need to keep on doing what you are doing, and everybody that is doing what you are doing should continue doing it, so that this message can go across, so that people know. We know nobody is going to fight for us.
No.
The Western people, the Western world, not going to fight for us. You just need to sensitize our mind individually, so that we will be able to come up and stand up for ourselves and fight our fight. This is our fight.
That's right.
And for me, I don't believe Nigeria is one. We are not one. We can never be one, and we will never be one.
Never.
The earlier we know this, fight ourselves, the better for us. Because I live in the UK, I will want my children to go home tomorrow.
Yes.
But as it starts now, I can't go home. My children can't go home. They watch this thing in the CCTV in the internet. They know everything.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to go. And me, I can't go as well. Because where are you going to? So that's what I just yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm going to take another one then, okay? God bless you. Sir, I mean, it's the same question everywhere where people have to be like, where is the government? And people begin to ask, hopefully the government has the political will. What do you mean political will? Do you even need any will than just to wipe out all these terrorists? And they shouldn't even exist. What will? Political what? Conditional fight from government? Hello?
Hello, Baba Balagba.
Merry Christmas, Baba.
Merry Christmas to you and your wonderful family as always, Baba. More blessing.
Amen. And to yours too, Baba. Thank you.
Baba. How we won't take thank you, if not be just to say, Baba, well done. On it, like, Baba, we can't thank you enough for the constant and so every day, one banger after the other. Every day na banger. Baba, Mayego, you are too basky. Baba. Your laka you no go finish, you no go get ending. Baba, you go dey increase more. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you and your entire family and everybody, and Merry Christmas
again, Baba.
to every member of the temple. I really appreciate. Thank you for your wonderful People's Parliament that you had yesterday, and for everybody that participated in the Parliament. Thank you very, very
seriously,
Baba. I mean, I so wanted to join, but my madam did look me connect. Not tonight.
You see, she always reports you to me, madam. And sometimes, right, I don't know how you feel sitting down there, okay? Whenever he reports you to me, I don't believe he's saying the truth all the time. You know what I mean? It's like he's using you as an excuse. And
Baba. I so wanted to join, but another thing again, like I always say, when people come in here and they echo your thoughts, like you call this place the Temple of Truth, is an echo chamber. You understand? Sometimes when people come in and they say things that you want to say, and sometimes they even say it even better than you ever thought you would say it, just be saying, there's no need. Let me just leave it. You understand? So that's why I'm so happy. Which day where some people come in here, I'm not going to call anybody's name, you understand? Which day where some people here saying, oh, the military will come, some military people are going to come and do this, some military people will come, you don't know anything about the military. These are people that don't know anything about the military. For those of us that have served in the army, for those of us that have served in the security forces, we can categorically tell you, you've got Lieutenant Colonel, retired, calling. You've got retired captain calling. You've got people like myself, retired, well, I didn't retire at jackpot. Calling, and you are coming to tell us that you know something about the Nigerian army, or you know Nigeria password. First of all, the question I want to ask you is, sure you like Nigeria reach those of us we don't serve Nigeria with our blood, sweat, and tears? Because a lot of you are not. You just love Nigeria, but you love
like
your criminals differently.
you love the sense of being
That's
called
it.
Nigerian.
You don't.
have no
A lot of
idea.
you don't love that.
That's
Or
what
I
you
come and
love.
sue your band. When people are talking something, I just look at you. Some of you are doing, because if I start answering some of you, you people will just, you probably hate me, but I don't have energy for that. Some of you talk as if you love Nigeria. Baba, I joined the Nigerian army at the age of 12. That's when I signed up. Well, actually, I was 11. 10, 11, when I signed up. I didn't sign up because I was suffering. Jamie. I signed up because I love Nigeria. I wanted to be a part of the development of Nigeria, whatever the development style was then. It was the military.
Your own contribution and all that.
As a soldier, all I can call a contribute. Do you know when I became a soldier, my civilian friends, those of my friends that were civilians before that, my friends.
Yeah.
They'll be teasing me. Oh, God, you soldier got here. Boy, yo, Buru, Daju.
You go strong, go mean.
You understand? My friends, they were telling me that I'm not mean simply because I choose to sit down in traffic without coming down to whip people, without coming down to. You understand? People go, they tell me, say, I'm not wicked. Guess what? Some of those guys now, they are now members of the security forces. Some of them ended up in the army. Some of them ended up in the. And guess what they are doing? They are doing fast track for our. They are doing fast track and they are bullying people, and they are doing special service for our brother who called earlier on and said he's looking for, he paid £200 after paying 100 and something pounds. And you want Nigeria to work. So after paying the 100 and something pounds legally, you now pay £200 extra to follow quick route. And then you want Nigeria to work. Are you guys joking or something? Mayego, you renewed your passport, didn't you?
I did.
I think it was last year. So is it that you don't know somebody that you can call somebody to give you emergency?
Anybody, because I believe that
you understand.
Me, so there's no point.
You get me, Baba? As a soldier, there's a military liaison in the Nigerian house. As a matter of fact, when I did my capturing, the military attaché saw me and he was angry with me for not coming through back door. Say, why didn't you? I said,
why didn't you say you are a soldier now? Why didn't you come in?
Yeah, he said, why didn't you just tell us that you are a military personnel? We'll just do it for you. I said, there's no need for all that. Baba, I was at Nigerian house for I was there all day. And let me not start saying, I got there maybe like 10 or 9 in the morning. And I left there around 6 in the evening.
Well, my experience as well. And I left frustrated as well. I nearly started a fight. But it is just Nigerian way.
While I was there, people actually fought. But I didn't turn around and say, I want Nigeria to work, and then I go and pay somebody £200 to give me fast track.
You see, this we have our own too, whether we actually
Baba, we are our problem.
Consciously as well.
We are our problem. And that is why, no matter how much you gaslight us, I saw Princess yesterday, she came again. She said, you diasporans, you are the one that's going to come out. Baba, Mama, Emma, una go wait, tire. Because I know a lot of you you are just hoping and wishing and praying for them to send all of us back home.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can probably get angry now. Our own anger now.
They play. They play. If your own anger, if you are not angry enough right now, ladies and gentlemen, there's no amount of anger that the diasporas will bring back that will change anything. If you are not angry enough right now, do you understand? Because what is only going to happen is probably going to be like them. Because a lot of you are actually forgetting that Tinubu was in exile. All these criminals, all these people you have in power right now, they were all on exile a few years ago.
Majority of them were in exile.
You people daft or something. You've forgotten that all these people that you are hailing now, they were all on exile a few years ago from the previous government. Just like we are on exile now. The only difference is we want a genuine